In Mesivta Bava Metzia, there's a whole long sugya which deals with a subject that is nothing other than the importance of eating breakfast. The Gemmora enumerates all the benefits that come from Pas Shachris. What illnesses he can avoid, what emotional upsets he can avoid. Suppose a tzaddik rushed out in the morning without breakfast. And during the day, he lost his equilibrium, he became angry. He didn't have energy enough to accomplish certain things. And he didn't feel well during the day, a number of results. And being a tzaddik, in each case, he attributes all these things to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he feels that he has exercised his righteousness as a maimin. But according to the Sugya Bava Metzia, it all stems from neglect to eat Pas Shachris. He should have eaten a piece of bread in the morning. That's what the Gemara is for. So, before we leave this subject, we'll sum up that a great deal of the unhappiness of life is a punishment for neglecting his duty to HaKadosh Baruch Hu in caring for his health. And now we'll see another phase. In Masechta Avos we have a statement called Yomai Gudalti Bein HaChachamim V'lo Motzosi Laguf Tov Mishasik. All my life I grew up among the sages, and I never found anything better than silence. I never found anything better for the body than silence. He didn't say anything better for the soul. That statement is put there for a purpose of putting responsibility on us. A very big part of the troubles in life come out of our own mouths. We don't begin to appreciate how many tzaras originate from our own mouths. Physical tzaras, illnesses. I'm not talking about mental illnesses now. There's no question that mental illnesses originate to a very big extent from what a person himself says. His own statements knock him off keel, knock him off equilibrium. The less a man talks, the more sound his reason will remain. The more he talks, the more he goes into a tizzy, and he talks himself into a frenzy. You see the Meshuggah walking in the street, talking to himself, he becomes more and more enraged. But now we're talking about physical illnesses. Here's a man who is now totally blind. But this was a result of diabetes. And the diabetes was a result of excitement. He lived in constant excitement in his house. And it upset his metabolism. Here's another man who is blind because of excitement. My eye became worn out because of anger. Anger ruins the eye. Well, no. From excitement, sometimes there's an onset of serious eye illness. Heart attacks follow spells of temper. Very many people drop dead in a fit of anger. But all this is a result of talking. There's no end to the list of maladies that result from talking. If a shomer pivu l'shonei, shomer mitzores nafsh. The man can guard his mouth and his tongue. He is guarding himself against tzores. Many people earn the punch in the nose because they open their mouth. But that's too obvious. Many people lost their jobs because they opened their mouth. Many people lost their wives or lost their husbands because of what they said. But very many people lost their health because of what they said. And the Tan is telling us there's nothing in the world as good for your health as keeping your mouth closed. We don't realize that. We think there are a lot of things in the world that cause illness. Of course, keeping your mouth closed is one factor. But the Tan tells us is the chief of all factors. Therefore, now that we learn this, it means there's a responsibility on us for our own happiness. We are the ones who are the authors of our happiness or of our unhappiness. Another illustration, an entirely different matter. We wanted to sum up what are the factors of happiness, physical happiness. Health is one. Emotional involvement is two. Anger, envy, and so on, things that come from talking. And another is finances. Money causes a lot of trouble in the world.